Hello friends, it's Nancy. I'm here with a pair of journals. These are created by repurposing a denim skirt, and they're very similar. Let's go through it. Well, we'll start with this one. So this is the one that has the pocket on the back. Okay, this is how we're going to tell them apart. One has a pocket on the front, one has a pocket on the back. And opens up with a little Velcro dot there. And inside is a vintage embroidered linen. Okay, and let's get started. I had a vision for these two journals that they would involve daisies and denim, so lots of blue denim colors, lots of yellow for daisies, and white. This is all the fabric in here is vintage. I bought the fabric as part of a lot of quilt scraps from a antique mall in, I want to say Massachusetts, could be. And first page is from a 1920s ledger. Woo! Got a vintage button here and some vintage fabric. Sort of has that chambray kind of quality to it. Everything is stitched. This is a page from the Henry Terry book. I'm in the market for a new Henry Terry book. And then we have some oxeye daisies. Tea-dyed paper. This is some vintage wrapping paper, and I have wrapped a vintage coaster around it and then just stapled a stamp. There's some tea-dyed music paper, a lace pocket. This is an appointment book, page from an appointment book. This is some vintage letterhead, and I've just stitched a piece of hand crochet there. Tea-dyed paper with some trimming there, yellow trim. This is a page from Edith Holden, and I've stitched on some eyelet lace and a vintage button. Some more music paper, and I've got a fabric ruffle here. This is an invoice from the 1920s. This is paper that's been dyed with purple cabbage, and I've added some daisy trim there, stitched that on. A piece of ledger that's been tea-dyed. Again, I've added some vintage fabric here. This is an order form, purchase order. This is a tea-dyed book page from Persuasion, Jane Austen. This is an invoice from 1924, and some more tea-dyed lace. Not tea-dyed lace, but tea-dyed paper that I've put lace on. There's a lace pocket here. Some more trim, but it's a smaller daisy. That folds out. This is from well, it says 1910, so it could be, actually, so it could be as old as 1919, I guess. I don't see a date on it. Oh, 21. Sorry about that. 1921. This has got some trim, some vintage trim here. Another lace pocket. There's that letterhead. This is piece of scrapbook paper, and there was an image here. I didn't like it, so I tore a page out of a book about flowers, added a vintage paper doily and a little ruffle. Beautiful antique lace pocket there. Wrapping paper, some more vintage lace and fabric, and a button. And that is the journal with the back pocket. These journals measure, I want to say 9 by 6. 9 and a smidger by 6 and a smidger. Again, this looks like a button, but it's Velcro. And the pocket's on the front. A little bit of lace here in this pocket here. And inside, I've got some eyelet lace pockets on the front. And this embroidery came from a pillowcase. Very, very similar guts. 1920s ledger, Henry Terry book, tea-dyed paper, vintage wrapping paper with a vintage coaster, and I've stapled a butterfly there. Music paper, some lace for a pocket. Some more of that trim. Isn't this gorgeous? This isn't from Diary of an Edwardian Lady. This is from Nature Notes. I happen to have a Nature Notes as well. And this vintage blue button has a flower shape pressed into it. A little bit of fabric there. There's some more of that purple cabbage dye. Some of the paper did come out of more purple color, but this is definitely a denim blue. It's a purchase order from the 1930s. Tea-dyed persuasion. Tea-dyed paper. Another gorgeous lace pocket there. A little bit of ribbon trim. Another lace pocket. Oh, there's some crocheted lace. And there's that scrapbook paper again. It was just a little too modern. It was pretty, but it was a little too modern, so I felt like covering it up. Another pocket. Another button there. So, as you can see, these are both nearly naked journals. There's lots of pockets, but there's nothing tucked in them. The price for these will reflect that, but I want you to note that there are some genuine ephemera in here. Some of the pages, receipts, invoices, I mean, letterhead, the fabrics, the other textiles, these are all vintage, in some cases antique. So I am quite pleased with how both of these turned out. I think they each have their individual, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I could spend all day looking for words. They each have their own individual charm. Great thing about the pocket is you can stick a little notebook in there or tuck a pencil in. Tons of writing room in these journals. Lots of big blank pages. And yeah, if you're interested in maybe adding one of these to your collection, take a look at my Etsy shop, see if it's still available. And remember, if you want this one with the pocket on the front and the birds, or if you want this one with the pocket on the back and the flowers. All right, take care of yourselves. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you will like, share this video. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. My goal to reach 6,000 by the end of summer. I'm so close. I think I need 110 more people, more subscribers, I think. We'll see. All right. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.